Hello and welcome to the Coins Information HD channel, coin enthusiasts, history lovers, and collectors alike. Today, we are taking an in-depth look at a coin that most Americans have seen hundreds, even thousands of times, yet few have ever considered its full story, the 1987 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. At first glance, this coin may seem ordinary, just another piece of change in your pocket, on your desk, or tucked away in a coin jar. However, this small copper and zinc disc holds a rich history, a remarkable design, and in some cases, subtle yet notable value for collectors. Whether you're a casual hobbyist or a serious numismatist, by the end of this video, you'll have a deep understanding of what makes the 1987 penny special, how to evaluate it, and what it's worth in 2025. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic and historically significant coins in American numismatics. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, it was groundbreaking because it was the first circulating U.S. coin to feature a real person. Prior to this, U.S. coins typically featured allegorical representations of liberty or symbolic imagery. The obverse portrait of Lincoln was designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials are subtly inscribed on the coin. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has not only been a medium of exchange but also a symbol of American history and heritage. The reverse of the coin originally featured two wheat ears framing the words, 1 cent, from 1909 through 1958. However, in 1959, to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial. This reverse design remained in circulation until 2008, meaning the 1987 penny is part of a half-century-long tradition showcasing the Lincoln Memorial. On that reverse, the Lincoln Memorial is depicted in remarkable architectural detail, including columns, steps, and a miniature statue of Lincoln within the building, flanked by the inscriptions, United States of America, above, E pluribus unum, above the memorial itself, and 1 cent, below. The 1987 penny has a diameter of 19.05 mm, a thickness of 1.52 mm, and weighs 2.5 grams. After 1982, pennies were no longer made primarily of copper due to rising material costs. Instead, they consist of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. This change altered the look, feel, and long-term durability of the coins. The D Mint mark beneath the date indicates that this penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints in the United States. In 1987, the Denver Mint produced an enormous quantity of these pennies, over 4.8 billion coins. This staggering mintage makes the 1987 D one of the most common Lincoln pennies in existence. As a result, the coin was widely circulated and remains a common piece of everyday change to this day. Millions of these coins are still found in wallets, jars, collections, and circulation. Because of this sheer abundance, most 1987 pennies are not rare, and their value is determined primarily by their condition rather than by the year or mint mark itself. Condition is a critical factor when determining a coin's value. Coins are generally graded on a scale from poor to perfect mint state. Most 1987 pennies are circulated, showing varying levels of wear, scratches, and discoloration from handling over the decades. These circulated coins are typically worth only face value, about 1 cent. However, coins that have been carefully preserved, such as uncirculated coins, retain their original luster and sharp details. These higher quality coins may be worth more, often ranging from 30 cents to a couple of dollars depending on their eye appeal, brightness, and degree of preservation. Coins in exceptionally high-grade conditions, sometimes described as red, due to their vibrant copper color, are even more attractive to collectors and can fetch modest premiums above their average uncirculated counterparts. Beyond condition, certain 1987 pennies may exhibit varieties or minting errors that make them even more collectible. While rare, these anomalies can significantly increase a coin's desirability. For instance, double die errors occur when the coin's design appears slightly doubled due to misalignment during the striking process. Off-center strikes are another type of error where part of the design is missing due to misalignment between the die and planchet. Die cracks, chips, or other imperfections from worn or damaged dies, as well as planchet errors caused by flawed metal blanks, are additional factors that can make a seemingly ordinary coin more valuable. Discovering one of these error coins in circulation is a rare and exciting occurrence for collectors. For those interested in collecting modern pennies, there are several practical tips to keep in mind. First, coins that retain their original red color are generally more desirable than those that have turned brown over time. Preserving condition is also key. Coins should be handled carefully, preferably with gloves or clean hands, and stored in protective albums or holders. Searching for mint errors or subtle variations can yield coins with collectible value beyond their standard mintage. Finally, collecting complete sets, such as a full Lincoln Memorial Penny series including the 1987D, can enhance the overall appeal of your collection and provide a more rewarding numismatic experience. In terms of market value in 2025, most 1987D pennies are still worth little more than their face value. Around 1 cent uncirculated coins can sell for 30 cents to $2, while particularly high-grade, red-condition pennies may command slightly higher prices. Error coins and rare varieties can sell for $10 to $50 or more depending on the nature of the anomaly and the interest among collectors. It's important to manage expectations. While a 1987D penny can occasionally be more valuable, most remain common and modestly priced, cherished more for their history and collector interest than for financial gain. Even though the 1987D penny is common, it represents a tangible piece of American history. Each coin has passed through countless hands, from everyday commerce to private collections, and has been a silent witness to decades of change. Collecting coins like the 1987D offers insight into minting processes, coin design, and the evolution of currency. It also provides a connection to the past, a way to hold a small piece of history in your hand. The story of the Lincoln penny reminds us that even ordinary objects can carry historical significance and cultural value. The 1987D penny also serves as a fascinating point of comparison to other Lincoln pennies. Earlier pennies, particularly pre-1982 copper coins, have a higher intrinsic metal value and are often more sought after by collectors. Post-1982 pennies, including the 1987D, illustrate the transition to zinc-based coinage and reflect broader economic and material considerations in U.S. minting practices. Understanding these differences helps collectors appreciate the nuances of modern coinage and the subtle variations that can make certain coins more desirable. While the 1987D penny is not rare in the traditional sense, it plays a key role in the story of Lincoln pennies, bridging the gap between modern circulation coins and historical pieces. Even modestly circulated examples offer insight into the everyday life of currency, while high-grade coins and error varieties can attract collector interest and provide opportunities for small financial gains. For those who enjoy exploring coins, examining the details of the 1987D can be a rewarding experience, whether for educational purposes, historical appreciation, or the thrill of discovering a rare anomaly. In conclusion, the 1987D Abraham Lincoln penny may appear to be an ordinary coin, but it carries a rich history, intricate design, and subtle collector appeal. Its value ranges from face value for the majority of circulated coins to modest premiums for uncirculated and error coins. Even in 2025, this penny remains a piece of American history that collectors cherish for its design, historical context, and the connection it provides to Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy. Each 1987D penny tells a story, not only of minting and material but also of the countless hands through which it has passed. It is a reminder that even the smallest objects can carry significance, and that every coin has a story to tell. Next time you come across a 1987D penny, take a moment to appreciate its history, its craftsmanship, and the legacy it represents. Every coin, no matter how small, is a tangible connection to the past and a reminder of the artistry and care involved in coin production. Thank you for joining me on this in-depth exploration of the 1987D Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this detailed dive into numismatics, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating coin stories, collector tips, and historical insights. Collecting coins is not just about money, It's about preserving history and understanding the small treasures that have shaped our everyday lives.